Welcome to Shom Achshav on the Daf. Shir sponsor Lu Nishmas Rabbi Yaakov Leah Basitzchuk. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Lamed Ches. The Gemara with base brings that Adam Harishon. The Gemara says three ways how to define his rebellion. The Gemara brings that Rav Yudah Amarav said Adam Harishon min hoya. He was a min. Rav Yitzchak Amar he was moishech be'orlosoi. And Rav Nachman Amar he was koifer be'ikor. So we have to understand, first of all, what is the difference between the three opinions? And how do we understand that Adam Harishon, the one who was created by HaKadosh Baruch Hu, spoke and saw Hashem, got to these levels? What does it mean that he's a Kefirah Be'ikar or Moshech Bar Losoi? So the Maharal gives us the keys to understand it. First, let's understand the three opinions, what they are. The Maharal tells us that, first of all, the levels, the stages where it's supposed to be, is the first opinion is Moshech Bar Losoi. That's really the first opinion. The only reason the Gemara brings it later is because that opinion and the last opinion of Kefirah Be'ikar, they learn from the same pasuk. But really, it goes from bad to worst, starting with Moshech Bar Losoi, then Min, and then Kefirah Be'ikar. What's the difference between the three? So explains the Maharal that Moshech Bar Losoi means Arlo is a kisui, is a cover, is some kind of a separation between a HaKadosh Baruch Hu and an Adam. When a person is Moshech Bar Losoi, the idea is that he's taking for himself, he's putting for himself in a place where he's a little bit separated from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Min is someone who is worshipping Avodah Zarah. That's already another level. That's a level of somebody who not only has a separation from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but he's actually having another Eloya, another God that he's worshipping to. And Kefirah Be'ikar, that's the worst, because Kefirah Be'ikar means he completely denies HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's a Kefirah legamri. Taking this Maharal's concepts and really connecting it to the parshas that we're holding on. This is what the Ramban in the end of Parshas Boy and Rabbeinu Bechaya in these parshas explain the three levels of Kefirah the Yetzias Mitzrayim is coming to exclude. So one level of Kefirah is saying that there's no Chas Hashem, there's no Boire, there's no HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The second level is there is a HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but he is not involved in what's going on here in the world. And the third level is there is a HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he is involved in what's going on in the world, but he is limited Chas Hashem to the rules and regulations of the world. Rabbeinu Bechaya says that these are the three stages of the Makkos, the way it's introduced to power. The first set of Makkos, it says before the Makkas Dam, it says, Leman Teda Ki Ani Hashem. You should know the Am Hashem. That's connected to the Kefirah of Kefirah Be'ikar, saying there's no HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ani Hashem. The second stage is, Leman Teda Ki Ani Hashem B'Kerev Haaretz. Not only the Am Hashem, but Am Hashem here in this land. I didn't just create the world and leave the world, but I'm the one that's here. And the third stage is, Leman Teda Ki Ein Kamoini B'Chol Haaretz. There's nothing like me. There's no limitations to the Koyach of Hashem in the world. This seems to be the three things the Maharal mentions over here. You have Kefirah Be'ikar there's Chas Hashem, no HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's Min, there is a HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but there is some other Koyach they have to worship. And then there is Moshech Bar Losoi, he says there's a HaKadosh Baruch Hu, there's no other Koyach to be Moshech, but there is some separation between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the Adam. The Adam has his own place, meaning there is some limitation to the Gilur of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now what does it mean? The Adam Harishon came to that level. So the Maharal hints to something which seems to be was brought down based on the Maharizal. The one who's marichin it a lot is the Leshem in his Sfarim. He speaks about what Adam Harishon was trying to do. And I saw that Reb Chaim Friedland there also alludes to the same concept. The Leshem explains, Apia Arizal, that Adam Harishon, what he did the Chet, he had a good intention. But just to get the concept is, that Adam Harishon wanted to go and uproot all the bad in the world, all koiches hara that you have in the world, to go and take it completely out of this world. But in order to do that, in order to get to the level of completely removing the bad from the world, you have to give some shlita, some recognition to the fact that the bad has a mocker. If you don't recognize the bad, you can't uproot them. So you have to recognize the koiches hara, and then to go and fight them. The problem is, the slippery slope is, that once you recognize koiches hara, that level of recognition may be a level of hastara from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Lashon goes on to say that place is where Adam Harishon slipped. And that's also many others. Arba Shenichsu the Pardes want to do the same thing. That's a little bit of the mistakes that Shlomo HaMelech did. He goes on to speak through the Doros how many, there was a few that made that mistake. But I'll call upon him. According to this, the Maharal is saying something. The Maharal says that Adam Harishon, he was creating for himself some place. Not that he completely denied HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world, but he made some area where there he doesn't recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He brings the example of the Maharal that Adam Harishon was hiding from Hashem. How do you hide from Hashem? Because in a certain level there is HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but some place where he is not. And according to what the Lesha brings, the pshat is that the fact that he recognized the bad created some kind of location where in that place, B'das, he doesn't see HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It was done l'shem shamayim for the right reason, but at the end of the day, it was done wrongly. And the Mechlokes says in the Gemara, what level of Kefirah did Adam Harishon get in that place, in that stage? Hadvarim amukim v'yesh la'ayin behem oid. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to WhatsApp, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.